of you, but that doesn't faze me. I keep to myself if that's what it takes.
At 4, number 0.
Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards, showing off right now.
Outside, White. There's Brown with the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Randall with the bucket.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
Brown outside. Tatum looking around. From outside the arc, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Here's Tatum following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Julius Randle with the rebound.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Edwards can't hit.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Conley, that's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
The assist.
Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
For Boston, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Randall with the bucket.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for McDaniels. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Peyton Pritchard.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Holiday finds Brown. Minnesota with the rebound. Right side, Edwards. Shoots over White. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Holiday. Gobert with the block.
And there's a reason Gobert has led the league in block shots.
Here's Edwards. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And let's also give them some credit for running the pick so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Here's Porzingis. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. 5 to shoot. Here's Holiday. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
No panic from Holiday with the shot clock running down. I love his poise.
Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Here's White. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Drops in the tray. Brown's got 6.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Out to Edwards from downtown. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
3 points.
Randall's got his 4th assist in this one. Holiday against Conley. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. 7-point differential. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Boston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Tatum. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
He's been held scoreless tonight, really just unable to make any sort of impact.
And Edwards slams it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
So it's the Celtics now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Holiday finds Porzingis. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Julius Randle. Clark, he's checked in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Mike Conley. Here's Pritchard. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Brown deciding where to go with it. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's DiVincenzo. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Reid against Horford. Reid the pass to Alexander Walker. No good from outside. Here's Pritchard. He's off on that one. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Reid. Clark is out there with Jaden McDaniel. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Alexander Walker in a 2-guard. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season, or we're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you've played every team, you understand the defensive concept, you might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years. A fantastic passing big. Horford makes great decisions with the ball.
Reid kicks to Clark. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics trail by 12. Lets the three fly. Not going to go that time.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Launches a three. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Pritchard. He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Taking matters into his own hands. Tatum gets those 3 points back in a hurry.
Craig against McDaniel. Reid kicks to McDaniel. Boston grabs the miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Here's Pritchard. Takes it off the glass. Pritchard's got 5 now.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Great open look there.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're real, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock.
Minnesota making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Here's Alexander Walker. He had 13 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And how about the defensive impact he's had, racking up 3 blocks and making his presence felt?
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "You can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 13.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Yep, it counts.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 7. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Boston making some changes. Hauser's checked in. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Jason Tatum. Conley finds Edwards. No good on the triple. Celtics trail by 12. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Now here's Conley after Jaylen Brown's miss. Randall right side. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 5 assists in the game. Celtics have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 31-point game against Phoenix.
Okay, look, when you play aggressively, you can really get to the line. Just ask him.
Now McDaniels after Jaylen Brown's 3-pointer that didn't go. And that one, good. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Brown wide open, he fires. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Gotta love the confidence. Brown wasting no time firing away.
Here's Conley. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics trail by 15. Outside Holiday. Pass to Hauser. Over Randall. Hauser misses. Timberwolves leading by 15. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
Here's Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 10 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
It's Edwards on the wing. And And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans half-court show. Give me a beat. They're picking on the shot.
Some great games around. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Boston Celtics.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And that is it for halftime, folks.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now here's Edwards. Randall kicks to McDaniels. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniels got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Timberwolves. Bounce pass, Holiday. Inside, here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
These are the little nuances in Brown's game. He has become an elite scorer.
Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 16, and good that time.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Jason Tatum. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging about 27 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Here's McDaniels, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Conley finds Edwards. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
A nice shot by Brown.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Here's Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 20 points for Anthony Edwards.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And finished off by Brown.
One of the premier scoring wings in the NBA. Jaylen Brown is at it again.
It's Edwards on the wing. To the wing on the left. Outside Conley. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Edwards against White. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
White goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed one shot in their first 5.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 16-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Here's Edwards. Conley finds Edwards. Now here's McDaniels. And finished off by Edwards.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Now here's Porzingis. He's got 5. That one wide left. Randall surveying the D. Out to Conley. Edwards inside. White's there. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Pritchard, he's checked in for Derek White. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. Here's Pritchard, defended by DiVincenzo. Porzingis against Gobert. Gobert with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 16. 1:06 left to play here in the third. Pass to DiVincenzo. Looking for McDaniels. He gets it there. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A putback. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And he gets the bucket. Brown's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
A floater. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 14. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Tatum hammers it home.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And we got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Pass to Minot. Back to DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker finds DiVincenzo. Now Brown. Here's Pritchard. Puts up a 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, and a big-time 3 to cut it to single digits. They've kept it within reach, but they've got to pick up the intensity in this final quarter.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Clark. Nickeil Alexander Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Garza in at the 5 down low. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for Clark.
Now look, from the moment he stepped into this league, Jason Tatum has been a difference maker. Every team in the league is looking for guys like him. Long, athletic, and most importantly, winners.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Pritchard. Going inside to the middle. Here's Horford. The kick out to Tatum. Outside, Horford. They set the pick. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Tatum's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Ingles. Now DiVincenzo. No good on the 3. Here's Pritchard. And here is Tatum. Ingles covering. Tatum draws the double. Here's Hauser. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Drew Holiday. He's checked in for the Celtics. Miller's checked in for Minnesota. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They led by as many as 18 points.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Reed in the post, guarded by Horford. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's the 3. Excellent D there from Holiday. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 9 points. Tatum using his size inside.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
So both teams making some changes here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Randall with the bucket.
Working on being more consistent with this shot. Randall certainly helping his confidence moving forward.
Over in the corner, White. Brown outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Edwards, that's good.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
Now here's Tatum. White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jump.
Randall outside. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Stolen by Holiday. Fast break, here we go. Launches the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. McDaniels got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Edwards. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's White missing. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Edwards. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Conley dishes to Edwards. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. And here is Conley over Holiday, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Right up top, over by Conley. The 3 from Tatum. Good on the triple. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half.
It is the sheer confidence of Tatum, ready to put his team on his back.
Randall kicks to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Tatum. Gobert pulls it in. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Minnesota with the ball. Leading by 5. Got a piece of it. McDaniels finds Gobert, and he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. 34 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Now here's White. Misses in close.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
White against Edwards. Up top, Randall. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
And the evolution of Randall's jumper, it has been fun to watch. He's continuing to make it more lethal.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. See you next time.